Uncle Bill won a medal in the war. The family was really, really proud of him. He wasn't so much. He said he really didn't deserve the medal he won. Well, what happened was he was in a war zone. Now, if you want to win a medal in a war, one of the ways you can start the process is to get yourself wounded. That's not what happened to Uncle Bill. But he did get injured. You see, Uncle Bill was a cook in the kitchen. And he hurt his hand in the kitchen. Now, it was a pretty serious injury. And they said, Bill, we got to get that hand fixed. It could cause serious damage for you. And what we're going to do, we're going to fly you over to the hospital, the military hospital. It's over that way. We're going to fly you by helicopter. Now, if y'all remember the MASH TV shows, those helicopters that had that big old plastic front, you know, and the patients rode on the outside. Well, the helicopter came, and they got one of those stretchers off. Now, the stretchers on those they're flat surface, but they look more like a child's, well, a wintertime sled, because it had two long runners on the bottom. Because those runners, when you came up to the helicopter, you slide that sled into two grooves on the side of the helicopter, and it locked it into place. And that's where they put Uncle Bill. But before they did that, they had to wrap him up because it was wintertime, it was really cold, and when you get up there, you know, several thousand feet, it gets even colder. So they wrapped him up. He said he felt like a cocoon or a mummy. They wrapped him up so tight that they didn't want him to fall out. And when they put him on, they also put in front of the stretcher a big old plastic bubble. And that was because he's going to be outside flying distance, and the wind going past you. It'd be really cold, you know, if you didn't have protection. So they get him loaded up, and the helicopter takes off to the military. Now, the thing is, between where he was in a war zone, and the hospital was the enemy. So they had to fly over that and said, Bill, don't you worry about it, because we're going to fly really high. It's not going to be a problem. So they take off, and they head that way. Now, about the time they got over the enemy camp, and the enemy camp was down there in a little bitty valley. It was hill country, snow covered, and they were down there in a little bitty valley down there where it was trying to keep warm. As they got right over that camp, something happened to the helicopter. And the pilot, for some reason, he pulled back on the controls. And the helicopter moved like this, top up, tail down. Well, when they put Uncle Bill on the helicopter, they were new guys. And Uncle Bill, well, he slipped out of the helicopter. He's now a projectile heading toward Earth. He said he could look between his feet, he could see the Earth. He's coming to like this. And he said he was screaming all the way. Because that plastic bubble around the stretcher, it did two things. For one thing, it slowed the descent just a little bit, but it amplified the screaming. And this is all verified, by the way, because a few days later, the enemy camp, those guys down there, they get all captured, and they verify what all happened. Because Uncle Bill is now a bomb, a projectile heading up toward him. And he's screaming. And the enemy down there, what's going on? What's going on? They think the Americans have a new weapon. Because they look up and they see this projectile coming, making this terrifying sound. And they start ducking for cover. Now, Uncle Bill, in the meantime, he's headed right down toward the earth. The helicopter pilot is circling around to see where he splats. Because they know, well, they're going to have to send out somebody to pick up the body later so they want to know where he hit. But I mentioned that it was wintertime, snow on the ground, and it's kind of hilly country. Uncle Bill's stretcher sled hits one of those hills at just the right angle. Hey, but it's still going really fast, and he's still really screaming. Zoom! And he's headed right toward that enemy camp. So the sound and the projectile is still coming to him. They're still ducking for cover. He goes right through that camp, high speed. Well, The enemy, well, they were kind of, I don't know, health conscious enemy, I guess, because they had a huge number of chickens on the far side because they believed in fresh food for their troops. Now the chickens over there, they've heard this sound too. And Uncle Bill's coming closer and closer and closer, louder and louder and louder. Uncle Bill hits the edge of the chicken pen, and instead of this, they flap so hard it creates an updraft. And that sled hits that updraft and it shoots up into the air. He's no longer a falling bomb, he's now a flying rocket. Now the helicopter pilot, he's still up there, looking around one. He doesn't know what's happening, he sees what's happening. Uncle Bill's coming up. So he's a good pilot. He gets over there right in front of Uncle Bill, and Uncle Bill slides right into those grooves. And they go on to take Uncle Bill over to the military hospital. Uncle Bill gets his hand fixed, and all is well. He's back in the kitchen. About 3 months later, Uncle Bill's working away in the kitchen. 3 of these guys from the big headquarters come in, the kind that had the extra sharp uniform, 4 million, ribbons and such over here. They walk into where Uncle Bill's working and say, "Oh, get out, you guys, get over here, line up. Bill, get out here." What's going on? "Well, Bill, you're going to get a medal." "Why?" "Well, it's that thing that happened, 3 months ago." He said, "All I did was fall out of a helicopter." And they start reading the commendation. It has to do with his actions in disrupting the enemy's food supply. So in other words, Uncle Bill got a medal for messing up their chicken soup.